Hey guys, we're gonna do a little bit of a fun one today. I've been thinking about the wind attribute Plunder Patrol ship that is gonna come eventually, right? It's got to. Fingers crossed for sometime soon. But I want to talk about my idea for what this card should look like and what the effect should be, and what type of card it is. And I'm gonna create the card in front of you guys with my idea. Okay. Okay, so let's look at let's start off. Let's give it a name. Plunder Patrol ship. Let's call it Thor because that's cool. And they're all kind of Nordic, right? Okay, secret rare. And let me give it an image here. I already went to AI image generator. I told it to make a green sail pirate ship. All right, so here is going to be our card. Now, what type of card is this going to be? So we have right now a Link in Blackbeard. We have two synchros in Jorda and Bran, one of which is a pendulum one, right? And then we have an Xyz in Moerk, and we have a fusion in Liss. Okay. My opinion. Okay, first of all, I don't think it's a ritual. And I know there's a lot of talk about this. And the reason I don't think it's a ritual is because, first of all, they would need to release two cards, one of which is a ritual spell, which I highly doubt. And second of all, it needs to come from the extra deck because that's the whole theme, right? That's what Blackbeard and Whitebeard do. They summon from the extra, and the ritual would just not make sense. My personal thought is it's going to be another Xyz. And I actually think that it's going to be a rank 8. Not a Cybers. It's going to be a Fiend. And it's going to be Wind. Beautiful. Attack and defense, I have no idea. Let's just say 3,000 attack and like 1,000 defense or something like that. Great. Now, the effect. I think that this card is going to be like a Zeus. Or like a Zodiac card. Right? I think you're going to be able to overlay it. So I think it's going to be like 2 level 8 monsters. And then it's going to be, you can also Xyz summon this card using 1 Plunder Patrol ship monster as material. Okay, so I think you're going to be able to plop this on top of something. And obviously you can just summon it straight out with Blackbeard or Whitebeard and it won't have material. But I think that if we plop it on top of something, like if we have already a hard made thing or we've already gone up into like Bran or Jord, that to stick with the theme, whatever Plunder cards were equipped to whatever you're overlaying on are going to become equipped to this. So I think it's going to be Plunder Patrol cards equipped to that card become equipped to this card. Okay, so this is its summoning condition basically, right? The other option was this for this to be a level 4, but I think 8 makes sense. Like it's conceivably makeable with, like hard makeable with 2 Plunder ships, like Liss plus Bran or something. So that could be cool. Now my idea for the effect. I think that what this card should do is be able to basically tutor any Plunder effect from your deck. And I think the way it's going to do that is it's basically going to serve as another shipyard. I think we're going to do this. Because, like, if you think of all of the Plunder ships, they all add stuff to your hand somehow. And I think that would go with this theme, too. So, I'm going to say you can detach 1 Xyz material from this card. That's cost. Add 1 Plunder Patrol card from your deck to your hand. Then send 1 card from your hand to the GY. Okay, so what this essentially does is you detach, and then you can use any of the discard effects of any plunder card in your deck, right? You can do it with white, like you add a white, discard a white, and that's basically a special summon. Add a red, discard a red, and that's basically you can equip something from deck. Add a black eyes, discard a black eyes. That means summon out something from your like equip zone. It basically just lets you automatically use any of the effects from deck. You can also add and discard like the fusion spell, and then banish the fusion spell to equip something. You can the traps have some kind of like the weird traps that nobody plays, like Pride of the Plunder Patrol, and the other one I forget the name, but they have kind of banish from graveyard effects too. So this will be able to essentially tutor out whatever you want. Also, if you're missing ammo, you can add a plunder card and then discard a non-engine, right? So this will get you ammo to your hand, essentially. And yeah, Shipyard already does that, but I think that it would be cool to have like a separate Shipyard. This can also add Shipyard and discard something else, or add Shipyard, discard Shipyard. Shipyard can set itself by bouncing and equip. So it's basically, that's just a straight up search of Shipyard. If you have an equip spell, I think we're cooking. But I think this should also have an interruption, and I think that would be consistent with the other Plunder Patrol ships too, because Brand banishes and searches, Moark banishes and searches. This one I think should have a quick effect if it's equipped, kind of like all of the other Plunder Patrol ships, right? So according to the wind theme, like if we look at wind attribute removal, there are a lot of bounces. It's a lot of bouncing, right? So I think that I don't think that a spell trap negate is going to be good, and the reason why is because we already have that in Adamancipator Risen Dragite, and it would just be redundant. And I don't think I wouldn't like that. I would prefer some kind of removal. So let's try this out. When your opponent special summons a monster, you can target one Plunder Patrol card in your graveyard, and that opponent's monster, return them to the hand. Okay, so basically, like it's like a summon stopper. Like we have Moark, which just removes existing monsters, but this one will stop stuff as it comes out, which I think is kind of cool, and it replenishes your ammo. So I think that could be a neat effect. Obviously, you have to have a plunder card in your graveyard to use this, but I think almost all the time you're gonna have one. The only exception is when like you normal summon white and then use white effect, equip it to Thor, equip it to this card, and that's all you have. Then you don't have a plunder card in your grave, so you're not gonna be able to do anything. But because of its first effect, like it would be better to go white into something else, overlay this on top, and that will get you a plunder card to the grave to be able to use this. So I don't know. This is my idea for the card. I know you could also have scale on it to pair up with the Jord, but I mean that's totally possible, I guess, right? We could have an Xyz Pendulum, and maybe that's something else. I don't even know how to add that in this custom card thing. Pendulum here. Yeah, I don't know what the scale effect would be, but for now I'm gonna keep it simple because I haven't thought about what the scale effect would be, and I think I'm just gonna do this. The other thing this would help with is making Zeus with Moark. Like you swing with Moark, overlay Thor, overlay Zeus. And that could be kind of cool. So I don't know. This is my idea for the card. Let me know what you guys think. What do you want to see for a Plunder Wind ship? We can dream until we get that. But again, here's the effect that I wrote up. And you guys can let me know what you think. Let me know in the comments. Leave a like, sub to the channel. fingers crossed, win ship sometime soon. We'll see you next time.